This week, the return of the Pink Floyd Light Show, and of course, Pink Floyd itself, the return of David Lee Roth, 80s survivor, a visit to the world of Latifah TV, and young Liverpudlians strive mightily to recall the names of what was that band, the Beatles. I'm Kurt Loder.
And I'm Tabitha Soren. Welcome to the Week in Rock.
Time for a quick commercial break right now, but we'll be back with Queen Latifah, media monarch, and Cincinnati's own Afghan Wigs, and a look at Beatles' past and future. First, some of this week's new releases. Also this week, pop music crank Albert Goldman, whose venomous biographies of such stars as Elvis Presley and John Lennon showed him to have virtually no feeling for rock and roll whatsoever, died of a heart attack on Monday at the age of 66. Once again, Albert Goldman, dead. Back from the dead, meanwhile, is the Volkswagen Beetle, an automotive classic that was discontinued 15 years ago, but which is now getting a futuristic update by VW, which hopes to have the new bug on the market in 1997, priced at about $14,000. And speaking of Beatles, when MTV asked a poll sampling of 800 people between the ages of 16 and 29 last month whether they could name the 4 members of the Beatles, only 27% could. So we dispatched a crew to the band's hometown of Liverpool to see if young people there could do any better. And here's what we found.
Name the Beatles? Oh, do I have to?
I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today. Yeah.
Paul, John, Ringo, and John. No, I said John.
George Harrison, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr and John Lennon.
Paul.
George Harrison, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and what's his name, Ringo Starr?
John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George something, and Ringo Starr. George!
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog.
With a name like George Harrison, who's going to remember George Harrison?
I'm Ringo Starr, as if you didn't know.
I don't think he was that talented, to be honest. He was, he admitted himself he wasn't really that good. He was just sort of latched on, and that was it, really.
One's dead, one's dead, and that's the one they remember because he's died, so they made such a big thing. So everyone always says John first. And you remember Paul McCartney because he's solo. He's still there now.
Got it, that's it. Don't say any more.
My baby don't care.
The Beatles lived about 20 years ago. The Beatles.
I can't believe that people can't remember the Fab Four.
I think they're the greatest band that ever hit rock and roll ages since Elvis.
The music is the thing about the Beatles. It's not about personalities, it's about music. That's the main thing. And their music really moves me.